What's up guys, Al here from AM Training. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this video real quick in the car, and I'm hoping you guys would like this because I mean, who doesn't like a nice quickie in the car? Anyways, with that being said, I'm making this video to address a couple of questions that I get from my subscribers, all 3 of you. But basically, one of them, you know, you guys often ask, how is my back rehab doing and how is my training going? Well, it's been a year since car accident and I herniated my disc, so it's been a long journey, but you know, pain is still there, but that's something you kind of starting to live with, and also it of course it's, you know, been a whole year, so it's getting a whole lot better, but of course pain is still there. And I've noticed a lot of morning stiffness, and I know what you're thinking, that's a normal thing, but I'm talking about morning stiffness in the back. Oh anyways, and before a gay joke there. So that's one of the questions I wanted to address, and another question I believe was asked by Wolverine. He's a subscriber. He was asking, you know, Al, you have such interesting information and resources. Where do you get all this info from? Because I would like a nice kind of list of where you would get it. So I want to first thank him for you know, taking the time off X-Men to watch my videos, and you know, with that being said, my resources, when I first started kind of learning and getting into fitness, I really, honestly, I was kind of a bro. Of course, everyone reads magazines and stuff like that, but another magazine that kind of did more for me than anything really is tnation.com. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, but a lot of their authors are pretty awesome, and some of them, of course, are bro science, but a lot of the big ones that I think have great impact on me were Eric Cressy, Mike Boyle, Dan John. I'll link a bunch of their websites down below. I think, you know, having that in the trench knowledge is definitely important. Christian Thibodeau is one of them. I mean, if you've read his book, it's a lot of information, and he's not just, you know, he's a meathead that likes science, and it's a little bit much, but yeah, a lot of the stuff that that I've learned, I just basically try to read as much information as you can. I think it's almost like, reminds me of Jason Ferrugia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He got sick, and he just pretty much tried to read up as much as you can, and that's what I recommend, is just really seeing what has been done. And you know, if you read enough in the fitness world, everything isn't new. That's why, you know, it's crazy how people want to try to rehash things. I mean, you just want to really stick with the basics. I feel like that's most important, but that's another subject. So that is another thing. And another part of my resource is that I work with a lot of physical therapists out there. So I mean, in my job, I'm working with about 30 physical therapists, and they range from like sports specific to people that therapists that have a style of McKinsey. I don't know if you guys are familiar with McKinsey, but it's a kind of a little bit more of a hands-off approach, and they're gonna hate that I say, you know, pro extension, but it's pretty much pro extension for back problems. You go into a lot of extension, but there's more into that. But so that's basically my background. There is that the information that I get is from what I see from physical therapists and from working with patients as well, because I'm a physical therapy aide. If you guys are not aware, now you guys are aware. Basically that's it. But what I think that you should do is that when you find an author and someone that you feel like is good, see who they recommend. And it's almost like, you know, how YouTube says, you know, if you like this guy, you're gonna go ahead and watch these other videos. I recommend this. It's almost like, I don't know if you ever start like watching Bruce Lee or clips, and then all of a sudden, you know, you click on other, you know, things that are related, and then all of a sudden you're, you know, watching a monkey scratch and sniff his own finger. And so it's kind of that digression. Same thing with finding people you like. They tend to recommend people, and then you start to build up a kind of base of knowledge. So that's my video for today. Hope it was enough to satisfy your quickiness cravings. Anyways, train hard, train smart, guys.